What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're gonna talk about the main value of exercise in reducing stress, and also how you can implement a movement or exercise strategy in order to actually practically decrease your stress on a day-to-day basis. So as we dive in and break down the value of exercise and how that correlates to decreasing stress, there's a couple things I wanna do. First off, I want to give you the whys. Why your exercise decreases stress, how it affects your body, what the importance of it, and the last thing I want to do is how you can actually leverage that to decrease stress levels so you can feel better, you can perform better, and pro tip, you can actually lose weight faster by decreasing stress. So the first value of exercise on decreasing stress and why it's really important to you is it actually releases some hormones that are gonna make you feel really good. See, stress wreaks havoc on the body, makes us feel terrible, makes us feel exhausted, makes us actually perform worse, get worse results in every area of our health. And if you begin to exercise and move consistently, it actually flips the scripts and really tells your body to produce a different type of chemical. There's two main ones that I want to introduce. Number one is endorphins. When you move your body consistently, when you sweat, when you get moving around and get active, it actually dumps what's called endorphins into your body. This is the chemical that makes you feel really good. It makes you get that, when people talk about the runner's high, it's a type of endorphin. It's the thing that makes you, I feel incredible. So if you're feeling stressed, just start moving and you can immediately feel an endorphin release and your body feels better. The second chemical that's released is endogenous cannabinoids. This is basically like cannabis, like the things that really make you feel good about if you're a cannabis user. The same thing happens when you work out and you move your body, is it produces the same effect on your body. So those endorphins plus those cannabis-like chemicals allow your body to get this almost like therapeutic high of, man, I feel really good. And to me, it's the most underrated thing when it comes to exercise. People talk about longevity and they talk about health and they talk about making your body look better and have abs and biceps. That's all cool and that's awesome. But one thing I love about exercise, it just makes you feel incredible. I feel like I have a lot of energy and I'm a happy person. I think a lot of that is attributed to just I move consistently. I've got probably more endorphins and more cannabis-like chemicals rolling around in my body because I move consistently. The number one hack I can give you, and the reason that exercise affects stress, is that it just dumps good feeling chemicals into your body. So number one, move so that you can feel incredible. Number two, I know we said that it increases the good feeling chemicals and the good feeling hormones. It actually decreases the bad ones too. So specifically cortisol and adrenaline, your stress type hormones, the one that make you feel wired, make you feel frustrated, make you feel angsty. You moving your body consistently actually decreases those levels. Most of our clients are entrepreneurs and executives. They're very busy people. You might be listening to this, you're like, I'm a busy person, I'm typically pretty stressed. If you are that type of person and you live on that high amount of stress, that can wreak havoc on your body very strongly over time. And so encouragement for you is, as you start to move your body and you prioritize that, you're actually decreasing the stress levels. You're decreasing that cortisol, that adrenaline that's consistently dumped in your body, so that you can feel better, you can perform better. You do not want to live in this state of high stress. Talking about myself here as someone who is a diagnosed extremely stressed person. I actually went to the doctor and they're like, hey, your stress levels are really high. I'm like, no, they're not. They're like, yeah, look at this number here. You may be like that too, as you live on this high amount of stress. And I want to encourage you, the number one thing to do to easily attack that, and why exercise is so important, is just start to move your body. It's not just abs and biceps. We say this all the time for our clients. Fitness is not about abs and biceps. That's a cool byproduct, but it's making sure that you're the healthiest, best version of you. And so when we're talking about stress, your fitness focus should be, I need to move consistently so that I can not only increase the good chemicals and good hormones, but I need to start to decrease that adrenaline and that cortisol so that my body can actually function the way that it needs to. Number three, this is a really cool effect that I've found that moving consistently has on my stress levels. And I think that if you'll really think about it like this, it'll help you a lot. Is what I've found is when I'm working out really hard, it does what I call forced focus. It allows my brain, or forces my brain, into focusing on this moment presently. If you're like me and you're a busy entrepreneur, you're a busy executive, you can find it hard to be present in the current moment. This is a self-proclaimed issue that I struggle with, and vulnerability moment. If you struggle with being present. It's actually hard to connect with people. It's hard to, be present with the people you care about. It's hard to really enjoy the moments of life because you're always living in the future. And so this is another side benefit of moving, is that you allow yourself to not get so focused on the external and the future, and it forces you to be present, and it's a good mindset, really tool for you to begin to implement. But this forced focus allows you to get your mind off of the things that would be stressful. And so one of the things I do is oftentimes, especially in stressful seasons, I will do my movement or my workouts in the middle of the day. Why? Because I need to get my mind off of the hustle and bustle, if you want to call it that, or the craziness of the stress that I feel on a daily basis. And it's a forced way to do that. If I'm running really hard, if I'm breathing hard, or if I'm doing crazy workouts that make me want to puke, maybe that's not your style, but that's one example of it. The harder that I push my body, the more it forces me to focus on the present moment. If I'm doing a burpee, I can't be thinking about the P&L that our accountant just gave us that I was frustrated about. Why? Because I don't want to die on this burpee that I'm doing right now. If I'm running a mile and I'm trying to hit a certain time and I'm pushing my body to the limit, my brain is nowhere near thinking about the margins or the metrics that we're focused on and I was frustrated about, or the team issue. Like, moving my body at a really high level actually forces me to focus on the present moment. And not only is that a gift because I'm training my brain to do that, but it also allows me to just unplug for a minute. And so, pro hack for you, if you're feeling really stressed, outside of the physical and health benefits, is it the mental benefit of you just unplugging for a minute and being forced to focus on this current moment, just to not die in your run or not die in your burpees, is a really cool tool that will help you de-stress on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so number 4, we've talked about why. We talk about why stress gets reduced by exercise and why you should really prioritize moving consistently to decrease your stress levels, to be more healthy. The last thing I want to talk about is how I can actually begin to implement an exercise strategy that not only decreases stress levels, but allows me to feel better, to perform better, to be a better version of me. So I'm gonna walk you through a couple steps of this process. The first thing you should do is get testing done. This is the first thing I recommend to all of our clients. No matter the topic we're talking about, it could be nutrition, it could be supplementation, it could be workouts like we're talking about. The first thing you need to do to know what you need for your body is get testing done. Super underrated. Instead of guessing, instead of trying 47 different workout programs, hoping it works for you, is get testing done so that you know what your body needs. That's first step. Second is, if you're wanting to implement a workout program that works well for you, on top of getting testing done, is you need to have a professional guide you through a program. You could guess, you could try to create something on your own. I think that's a wasted effort because you're spending too much time and energy trying to figure something out when someone else could just use their expertise and give it to you and walk you through it. Is you need to have a process that you follow that's going to get you really good results. Not only losing weight, losing body fat, gaining muscle, or whatever your goal is, but like we're talking about in this video, decreasing those stress levels. You don't want to be wasting time and trying different workout programs. You need to be following something that actually is tailored to you and will simplify the process. 1, it gets you better results, but 2, it saves you that time like I talked about. And so once you've gotten testing done and you understand what your body needs, then you implement a specific game plan. I would recommend, like I said, getting a coach to help you do that, because the other benefit of having that coach is the accountability piece to this. You have someone that holds you to it. And if you're like me and you get pretty stressed, whether you admit it or not, it's really valuable to have someone that can hold you to what you've committed to when that stress happens. There's so many times where I'm like, I don't have time to work out today. I'm so stressed. I've got to get this thing done. This thing happened with our clients, or this thing happened with our team. And my dumb brain says, you know what, I'm going to push off training for another day, or I'm going to skip it today because I've got so much to do and I don't want to think about it, when that's actually the worst thing I can do, like I talked about. Not only forces focus and gets my brain off it to work out, but it produces those good chemicals, it decreases the bad ones. And the same is for you. You're going to allow your brain to get in that place where you're like, hey, I'm going to delay this another day. I'm not going to do it, when that's the opposite of what you needed. So the benefit of having a coach to walk you through this is they're going to remind you, hey, Cole, this is my name, Cole. You're stressed right now. The last thing you need to be doing is putting off your nutrition and your training. And so I'm going to hold you accountable to this so that you not only get the results you said you wanted, but you feel better today. So I would recommend for you is get the testing done so you know what your body needs. And 2 is have a coach walk you through a game plan that'll save you time, but will also be able to hold you accountable so that you stay consistent even when you're really stressed or you don't feel like you have time. So now that we understand here's why I should be exercising to decrease my stress levels and why it's important, why it makes me healthier. And here's how, by getting testing done and having a coach walk me through that. The last thing I want to do is actually give you a practical resource to do that. You may be watching this and be like, all right, cool, I get it. I need to get testing done. I need to get a coach, but how do I do that? I want to do this for you for free. And so what I've done is there's a free ebook that I've included in the description below that will actually walk you through how do I get testing done? How do I get a workout program set up for my body? And I'm actually gonna give you free workout programs in that ebook. So go to the description below, click that link, download it so that you can have practical next steps to use on your fitness journey. Hope this is valuable to you. If it was, subscribe so that you can catch more tips, more trainings like this, and I will see you on the next episode.